Okay, so today, Liberty and I are going to go attempt to try an actual camping trip. Hopefully it works out. We're kind of hoping that she can figure out how to get up the steps to the rooftop tent. It didn't go so well last time, as you know, if you watched that video. But I think you can see that she wants to. She definitely wants to be with me, so I think what we're gonna try to do is get to an environment where she can kind of, you know, be calm. Yeah, that's a good, where she can be calm after she kind of settles into where we're at. Hopefully she'll get used to her environment and just kind of calm down. And once she settles and stuff, kind of get used to the environment a little bit, then maybe I can get her coaxed up to the rooftop tent. We'll see. I recently did a video called the Parkdale Lava Flow, where that was kind of an interesting adventure. And yeah, and turns out there's a lake up and around that area that I've not been to before. So I wanted to check that out, and it turns out there's also a little campground there. So I won't be out in the wild kind of brush camping it. That I won't be doing. This is a campground. Assuming there's any open spots too. That's going to be a factor. If there's no open spots, well then we'll figure it out. So hopefully this all works out. We're going to be heading to a lake called Camp Kinnickinnick. I think it's called Camp Kinnickinnick, or I'll have to check on that. Let me get back to you on that one. Anyway, so off we go. Hey Liberty, ready to go camping? Ready to go camping? Huh? Are you ready to go camp? What? Are you ready to go camping? Oh! Woof! Well, they said road damaged. I think they're right. Well, it doesn't look like anything I can't handle, that's for sure. I guess we give this a bash. Nice view of Mount Hood though, my goodness, look at that. Wow. So I'm guessing this whole area with some heavy snow melt really kind of floods out pretty good. It certainly looks that way. So, yeah. A little one-lane bridge back there looks like it was washed out not too long ago. It's kind of crudely put together. So, anyway. Let's get across this. All right, so we pulled over, found a little pull-out spot over here, not too far from that little washout. Decided to give Liberty a little walkabout because it's about an hour and a half drive to the actual place we're going, which turns out is called Lawrence Lake. And that Camp Kinnickinnick is the one that's there. Let's see if we can walk up here and take a look at this washout thing we just drove through. A lot of sediment. It's like sand and stuff here, this whole area. So you can certainly tell this is a big washout area that comes down off of Mount Hood. And if you look at the structure of the mountain up there, if you can see it in the camera, you can tell that this is definitely a washout. And of course it shows it on the map too, Google Earth. So, yeah. All right. Good old LibertyDog, she's exploring her place. She's just like, oh, what is all this? What is all this? Well, we made it up here to the lake, and not good news in that sense that it's not a bad looking lake. It's got a big dam at one end and stuff, but it's pretty much one of those lakes you go to that's like park your car over there, carry all your camp gear to the little camp spots, you know, or day use kind of stuff. The actual camp spots, you can't just drive your car up into really and like set up a camp. Maybe one or two, but it's pushing it. And man, are they stacked on top of each other. I mean, the ones that I looked at, so I drove through the whole campground, and all the camp spots I looked at, it's like you got your picnic table there, and 4 feet away is the neighbor's picnic table. And it's $30 a night. So I thought that was kind of high. The lake looks nice. Nothing, you know, from what I saw, nothing that's like earth-shattering. It is a pretty lake. But the problem really is there's nowhere where I can park the car and, you know, set up our tent, a rooftop tent, because the camp spots are primarily geared for park your car way over there, drag your camp gear and your tent and stuff over there, and sleep like you're in an apartment complex. Well, heck, man, if that's the case, you know, why go out if you're going to be right on your neighbors again? So I think we're going to just look around and see what we can find. Let's see where nature leads us, and maybe we'll find somewhere cool. Off we go. Okay, so I had a brief moment of cell service, very brief, but it was enough to locate another campground. So we're going to try to make it there. It's called Sherwood. And I know that I passed a couple like pretty remote campgrounds on the way out here that didn't even show up on my search originally. I think we're going to try to check out some of these other campgrounds. They were at a higher elevation, so it might be a little bit cooler. I mean, it's not hot right now, but I'm trying to find somewhere to be nice to kind of get away from a little bit of the heat too. You know, not just for myself, but Liberty Dog. I want her to have a nice, relaxing camping. It's going to be kind of already stressful enough, possibly, trying to get her into her first night of a rooftop tent. So anyway, going to go back across this washout here and get this out of the way and get back across that. Goop, goop, goop. All right. Good thing I don't have the Corolla anymore. Oof, that would have sucked. All right, anyway, we'll see you at Sherwood. Okay, well, Liberty and I made it to, what is the name? Sherwood, Camp Sherwood, check that out. And we got a little camp set up here. So we got the rooftop tent going, and we got the awning out, we got this. Okay, there are picnic benches here. And I found a spot. It's got a little fire pit. And I found a spot next to this river. Looks pretty good. Real nice looking area. Pretty cool. And we got Liberty Dog. Liberty Dog's checking out the digs. So it appears Liberty's kind of a patsy. She just been standing up forever until I finally got her a bed. Finally set her up a bed, and now she's willing to lay down. So she's a girl. Hey, what are you doing? So the real thing is going to be if I can get her tonight. If I can get her up the iCamper step inserts up into the tent. That's kind of what this trip's mainly about, is to see if I can get that working. Hopefully it'll work. We're pretty close to Mount Hood, really. We're up on part of it right now. But beautiful area. I'm gonna finish setting up camp, and got Liberty some water already, so she's feeling pretty good. And finish setting up camp and just kind of fine tune things so we're ready to go, so then we can just kind of chill and relax. Got the Garmin InReach all hooked up and going, so we should be good to go. All right, check back in a bit. Well, I got her up here for the first shot, at least to get her used to the tent. She was pretty relaxed, looking at her feet. I think she likes viewpoint, but I had to carry her up here. So I thought I'd give it a bash first, just to see. And she's definitely not afraid of heights, because she didn't mind the cliff over there heading down to the water, so we'll see. You gonna get that fly? Nah. All right. Nice spot. You have fun? Sit. I can eat my cookies now. Really? Yeah. These are chocolate. You're not a chocolate lab. All right. Jeez. So the idea is just you and me. Training. Yeah. I love you too. You're a good girl. Liberty and I just got done going for a little bit of a walk. That was kind of nice. I just kind of walked around the area, went down to the river, took my Gatorade, made a rock dam, and took my 8-pack of Gatorade, tied a rope to it, tossed it in the water behind the rock dam, get it nice and cold. The water's very cold, snow melt obviously. So got that tied off down there chilling, and decided to make me something to eat. So we're gonna have chicken pesto pasta, whatever that is. So if you follow me, then you already know I don't know pretty much anything about food. So that's why I love these freeze-dried things with the jet boil. It takes all the stress out for me, because I can do this, and I feel like I'm eating like a king. And the Houndamut is down here. She's doing good. She's doing real good. So I think I got, okay, so reference getting her up into the rooftop tent. Okay, so I did that video on the iCamper HC stairs, and that was at home, right there. There's all kinds of distractions and stuff like that. Here, decided to try it once early on in the day. She wasn't having it. So I ended up picking her up and carrying her up there. That wasn't fun, but I got her up there, and immediately when she was up there, she was, you know, kind of like looked around like, wow, what is this? And she immediately relaxed, laid down, put her paws out the window and the door or whatever, and totally relaxed and put her head on my lap and just chilled. She was totally at peace up there, which was really nice. So that was good. But of course, you know, then we got to get down. And so we were up there for probably, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. And she didn't want to come down, not because she didn't want to come down. It's just that she's like, I'm afraid to come down the stairs. So still not sure if that's going to work. So obviously getting her down was a chore. Yeah, train wreck. But it did work. If I could get her to piggyback on me, that'd be great. But I'm just certainly open to suggestions to any of my viewers that have some ideas on how I might be able to accomplish this a little bit better. I'm definitely going to work with her, again tonight. But I suspect it's going to be another one of those things where I'm going to have to probably carry her up there and lug her back down somehow. And it's pretty discombobulated. She's a big dog. So it's not easy to do. So you pretty much got to pick up the squirming spaghetti noodle and throw her up in there, then attempt to drag her back out of there. It's kind of fun. When I did manage to get her back out of there, out comes the sleeping bag, out comes the blanket, everything comes piling down, and because she's like not having it. And she's got the air brakes on, 4-paw drive. So everything came tumbling out, but I didn't drop her, so she was fine. But anyway, so we're going to see how that plays out. So I'm going to sit here and eat something and just relax. And that's kind of the focus today. Just get away from everything, get her more exposed to nature again, and for a longer spell. It was about an 1.5-hour drive up here, so it's more exposure to car drives. And then a campsite, walk around new sights and smells, new location, the whole experience. So that's going to be good for her. The more exposure she has, I think the more laid back she'll get. Anyway, this guy's got this massive RV, and I don't know how he's going to get that thing moved around. So I don't know if this guy's looking for another spot or if he's going to try to... There's no way he's turning that around in here. It's way too big. Anyway, so time to chow, and we'll check back later. I'm going to go on a limb and say that chicken pesto pasta with ziti sauce or whatever that was. What do you want? I don't know. It's chicken pesto, whatever. It was really good. We both enjoyed it. Of course, Liberty got some too. She's doing good. Right, Liberty Dogs? Yes, she's doing good. She's doing good. She's really relaxing out here well. I think she's getting much more mellowed out, calmed down. She's been calmed down pretty good for a while now, but I think she's acting much more like when she's at home, just kind of like checking stuff out. Yeah, there's more stuff to see and smell here, but she's doing good. The other thing that's really surprised me, she's doing really well, is here recently over the last month or so, especially, it's an increased amount of really sticking by my side. And that turns out to be really beneficial when I'm out here walking around, got her on the leash. She's really sticking with me pretty close. It's one of these cheesy extendable leashes I'm using for today, but she's not extending it all the way all the time. She does it here and there, but when she finally gets to the end of the tether, she's good to go. And she's coming right back when I call her. I go, hey, get over here. And she's coming right back, so that's going good. She's doing really good. What an awesome dog. I love this Liberty Dog. And I just realized that we're the only ones here. And we ran them all off, I guess. There's a tent. I haven't seen anybody there yet, but there's a tent down near our spot. But there's no car there either, so they might have gone up to they might be camping here, and they might have gone up to those falls, to the trailhead, parked up there and hiking the falls, but kind of thinking maybe that's the case. Let's go see what's over here. Come on. Oh yeah. What'd you find, Liberty? We're just kind of checking the area out. There's a big wide open area. I think we'll walk through that, and the campground's just kind of, through this whole area right here. And yeah, other than that one guy in the tent, we got all by ourselves, and I don't know if he's staying the night or not. Haven't, like I said, haven't seen nobody. So So we're just gonna walk around a little bit here and let her stretch her legs a little bit because she's a good puppy. She's doing good and she's curious. This is the kind of exposure she needs. Good girl. For somebody like me that's always on the go, 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 you know, it's kind of strange to just kind of sit. It's definitely hard to operate with no glasses. Well, it's about 10 after 6, and LibertyDog, she got her dinner. Unfortunately, she got it way before I got mine, so she's like staring me down. I think she wants some of mine too. We shared lunch. She's all like, well, that means we share dinner, right? We got a guy down here, an older guy, that set up camp from California. And then past him, out there a ways, is looks like 2 or 3 cars, a group kind of way down there. Way down there. Got a big old tent set up. And the dude that was over to the right of us, just a tent and a chair sitting over there. Still haven't seen him. I don't know if they like rented a camp spot just to make it look like someone's camping here so they could drive up to the trailhead to the falls. I'm kind of thinking that's what they did because really it's the only thing right around this area. Whether or not they're going to come back and camp, I don't know. My girl. My girl. Yeah. You're my girl. Yeah. Where were you this morning saying, Dad, you're forgetting your glasses? Yeah. Dummy. Little weird one for you. The guy, that tent that's been on the other side, Liberty and I went for a walk. It's the only, like when we first got here, it was the only thing here. And so Liberty and I went for a walk to check the river out down on the other side of his spot. And little signpost where you put your ticket saying you paid or whatever, what days you're going to be here. Is just checked for camping one day, one person tent on 7/1. Today's the 10th. I'm like, do. Okay, so either that guy's like overstayed, because I don't think you can even stay here this long. I don't think. Well, his thing's checked for one day. So technically he should have been gone on the 2nd. And today's the 10th, so I don't know. Could be somebody gaming the system. We are in Oregon, so who's to say? Well, I would say that last night the actual sleep went well. We both slept like pretty good, actually. I wouldn't say like logs. I think I woke up once or twice during the night, but I don't know how different that is than any other night. But getting her up there and back down is really a problem. She just isn't willing to do it whatsoever, is absolutely not having it. And so, the problem there is that I have to lift her up and attempt to get her back out of there, which is even harder than lifting her up and putting her in there. And I'm definitely kind of questioning physical ability for me to do that long term, because my back is not, we'll say not in peak condition. And that's a big dog to lift. A wrangly, squirmy noodle who's kind of flipping out a little bit. I think getting her out of there is even harder, because you know, you can't, once you get on the ground, you can kind of lift her up and get her somewhat positioned. And but trying to get her out of there is a different story, because I'm up on the ladder and you're trying to get this dog who's got the air brakes on and saying not only no but hell no, and she's just not thrilled with that. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seemed to me that getting her to go up was probably better than going down for her, because she could kind of see the goal, whereas when she's coming down, just like humans, you know, when you look over an edge of a cliff, it's much more scary than looking up at a cliff. So, and I think that's what's really getting her. Either way, it makes it, at the end of the day, it makes it extremely difficult physically on me to be able to do that. And it may just, you know, it may just be one of those things where it just doesn't work out, you know, for overnighters or something like that with her. Because I don't want to stress her out, you know. I love my dog. Yeah. Did you have a good breakfast? Did you have a good breakfast? Yeah. She did really, really good sleeping-wise. You know, she wasn't like tweaking and geeking all night or anything like that. She did really good. Once she got up there, she's fine. She didn't have any issues at all once she's up there. It's just getting her up there is a real chore. And down. I don't know. I guess I'll have to think about it and see what I should do. And it just, you know, maybe one of those things. You know, you try some things, and some things work and some don't. And this may be one of those that just doesn't. You know what I forgot, Liberty? I forgot my coffee cup. I need to get a coffee cup, don't I? All right. We've got coffee cup. Oh. Well, you slept good, little girl. You slept good. Yes, you did. You seemed to, you know, it's funny. It wasn't until you knew you had to come out that all of a sudden you started getting a little shaky. You started shaking a little bit like, oh God, here's the part I can't stand. Oh God, what am I going to do? Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe tent camping's your thing. Maybe rooftop tent camping's not. That could be. Maybe we'll just do day trips together. Okay? You might like that better anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I love you. Yeah. And you know what? She stayed in place. It was really surprising how well she stayed in place. Liberty, can you back up, please? Liberty. Yeah, she stayed in place really, really well. As far as, you know, she wasn't like squirming and doing the dog turn thing all night and all that. Liberty, back up. I don't want to pour hot coffee on you. I'm gonna play it safe though. So yeah, she wasn't squirming at all or doing anything weird, or, you know, she laid down, she was looking out the window and just kind of chilling. She, you know, really, it was kind of nice. There's no real problems. I think she moved, you know, no more than I did. Really, you know, every once in a while you kind of get up and you turn over or roll around a little bit or something like that, but she didn't do any of the, you know, making a nest scratching or, you know, stretching out and try to push her paws through the side of the tent or trying to kick me out the side of the other door on the side. It was nothing like that. She did really good. She thinks I'm cooking her something to eat. It's just coffee, sweetie. Dogs don't drink coffee. Oh, shit. You can't have my coffee. Peekaboo. Look, it's coffee. You just want to try it? Okay, fine. Here. Are you shitting me? Dogs don't drink coffee. I don't even know if you can drink coffee. It might make you sick for all I know. He's got a more ironclad stomach than I have, but... Are you serious right now? Okay, fine. All right. Let's call your bluff on that. All right. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Get. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Making my damn dog a cup of coffee. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? You don't make dogs coffee, do you? I've never done it. I've had dogs around my whole life. I've never made a dog a cup of coffee. Is that even a thing? I can't let you have it till it's cooled off a little bit. That much I do know. There's no way she's actually going to drink this, right? There's no way. It's got to be cool enough for you to drink it, though. Yeah. That's probably cool enough. You certainly seem attentive. All right. Here goes nothing. There you go. Well, that didn't last long. Not a fan of that all of a sudden now, huh? Well, there's your coffee if you want it. Goof. Now, I don't know what that was all about. Well, we tried that too. Yeah. So we're going to have biscuits, sausage, and gravy this morning. Yeah. So we're going to have to break camp and all that. We're going to have to be out of here for a long time, till 2 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's like 7 hours. We're going to have to be out of here for 7 hours, but I know we're going to be gone before then. Oh, you're such a girl. You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a good girl. You just love me for my food. You just love me for my food. Don't you? Here's your bowl. Can't eat all this in front of you like that. Well, we're all packed up. It's 8 in the morning, pretty good. Got up, had breakfast. It's our second walk of the morning. Still can't seem to get her to go potty. I don't know why. Anyway, thought I'd take her for another walk. So we got the camp all broke down, packed up. Liberty helped a lot, I'm sure you can imagine. But we got it all broke down and packed up and stuff. So that was good. Still got to go down to the river and grab my Gatorades. I've got tied off. They're in the water. It's snow melt, so hey, cheap refrigerator, right? So got to grab those. I got 5 of those down there on lead, and then I think we'll probably head on back to the hacienda. And I would say the main goal here was to try to get her out of the environment at the house there and get her up to up and down that ladder. We failed at that. And sometimes that's life. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. I'm tempted to try it again, but on the other hand, she is so freaking terrified. Obviously, if you know your dog, you know when they're afraid of something. I don't know if it's worth stressing her out like that. But the good news is that once she's up there, she's very comfortable, she's relaxed, she slept through the night, she's good to go. There's just a couple variables. Getting her up there is very hard on my back, like I said, and getting her down is even harder on my back. And of course, I also risk damage to the tent because she's dug in all 4-paw drive and does not want to get out of there. So I'm risking, some damage to my tent, my car, and stuff like that from her. Her claws are like, no, I'm not doing this. And you get into that uncomfortable realm where you're forcing your dog to do something that they clearly don't want to do. And I'm just not a big fan of that, I mean, if it comes with disciplinary action, like they're trying to get into something that they're not supposed to is dangerous, or, they're acting inappropriately towards another person or a dog, I understand that. This is different. And so, I don't know, I'm just going to have to think long and hard about it. So, I love my dog, and I don't want to make her uncomfortable doing stuff that she's not already comfortable doing. She's a goof. Come on, Liberty. Up. There you go. Good girl. Up. Up. Come on. She seems to like jumping logs. She's gotten quite adept at it now that she's finally having to do it. The thing is, it confuses me. She can jump these big trees, but she can't walk up a flight of stairs out when we're camping, but she storms up 2 flights at the house. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyhow, so we're going to head on back to the house. And there's Dana Price and LibertyDog, who's just having fun. We're out experiencing nature. Do the same. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.